All 10 of our summa cum laude graduates were given the opportunity to submit a speech for the commencement exercises. Chosen by a distinguished panel to make this evening's commencement address was Miss Sarah Pauling. Sarah is graduating summa cum laude and has scholarship offers from the University of Michigan and Valparaiso University. In addition, she was awarded the Alumni Association Scholarship, Brewster Club Scholarship, Michigan Competitive Scholarship, Phi Beta Kappa Certificate of Recognition, President's Award for Academic Excellence. She was selected for the Macomb Daily and Macomb County Principals All-County Academic and All-Conference teams. Received the Daughters of the American Revolution Outstanding Citizenship Award. Sarah is an officer of the Gay Straight Alliance and participated in cross-country, track, drama club, National Honor Society, musicals, and was a Warren Woods Tower representative for the City of Warren Student Advisory Council. Sarah plans to attend the University of Michigan. I present to you Sarah Pauling.
During my sophomore year, I decided that I would write a book. It had been a dream of mine since childhood, but now I thought that I finally might have the skills to carry it out. I had an idea for the setting, and the characters were slowly taking shape in my mind. Sometimes warm and whimsical, sometimes raw and depressed. I could feel the way they related to each other perfectly, fitting together satisfying clicks like living machinery, a puzzle made up of trust and fear, love and hate. I knew I could make them come alive. The only thing missing, it seemed, was the entire plot. I couldn't create things for these characters to be doing, believable things, journeys and discoveries that anyone would care about besides me. Slowly my interest waned in writing my book because nothing would come to me when I could spare a few moments to think about the plot during my busy, mixed-up schedule of school and friends and daydreams. It seemed silly eventually. I liked to write, but I didn't have the skill or the patience for a whole book. I didn't want to start and lose steam midway, wasting my time, or worse, finish it and discover that it turned out terribly. It wasn't worth all that effort. So my book took up residence in a tiny, tidy corner of my mind, where I took it out to play with now and then, and always cleaned it before putting it back. I think we've all done this before. Although not everyone in this room has the desire to write a book, chances are there's something you've wanted to do and never quite managed to get around to. Something you've daydreamed about, or even halfway attempted, but never followed through on. I'm sure your reasons were good, maybe even unavoidable. Maybe you thought that the timing was bad, or that the chance that it would work out was slim, or that it required too much time and patience that you felt you just didn't have. Sometimes things just don't happen the way you want them to, in high school or the rest of the world, and that's all right. But there are some things, our passions and dreams, that don't like being stuck in that mental corner. And there are some things that we should follow through on, or we could regret it for the rest of our lives. Whether it be as important as a career choice or as silly and frivolous as learning to dance, we make goals that deserve our attention. I've met a lot of strong people during my time at Tower, strange and wonderful people from all different backgrounds and ways of life. Each conversation with a different person showed me a new aspect, like facets on a diamond, a tiny fracture of the universe that I had never seen before. We see the world through colored lenses, and no one's color is the same. Sometimes colors clash, and we do not get along. This is unavoidable in a world as huge and varied as this one. But we spend time with those who matter to us, and we build off of each other. We have been for the past 4 years, through classes and sports events and simple smiles in the hallway. Before I came here from my small private school world, it would have been hard to imagine a place like this school, a tiny piece of a huge world that manages to fit so many types of people inside. But I'll confess to you that I have a fear. I have a crippling fear of failure for myself and the people I've grown up with. I am afraid that the faces I see every day will stay just the same and never move forward, won't live up to what I know they can do. I am afraid of being content with being halfway there, middle of the road, my days are fine, thanks, we're getting by. I don't want to leave here and stand nowhere. I don't want to be the person who almost wrote that book. So I'd like to share with you all a quote that I found beautiful, brave, and clear by a man named Arnold H. Glasgow. Success isn't a result of spontaneous combustion. You must set yourself on fire. I like these words. I like the way they sound on the tongue. You must set yourself on fire. Success or happiness or living your life the way you want it to be isn't something that falls into your lap. It isn't something you're supposed to wait for, to sit around checking the clock and wondering if you've been stood up. It's something you actively seek out and chase down, to strive for and seize and hold on tight. Life is a freak show, a wild ride. It's full of 1 in a million odds and spontaneous opportunities to shoot the moon. And there's something the tiniest bit scary to it. There's something frightening about taking that leap, trying that thing you've always wanted to and thinking you might fail. You only get one life to live, one opportunity to make something, anything, count. That's setting yourself on fire. That's taking that shot. So, class of 2010, I believe that you are all capable of great things. The question becomes whether you're ready for it, whether you're willing to put in that effort to follow your passions and your strengths. As soon as this ceremony is over, your life begins. This was just the prelude, the first few chapters right after the introduction on the front cover. I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to the rest of the story. We may not know the plot yet, and we may never be certain, but we stay in motion, and we reach anyway. Dreams are unreasonable and goals are huge, but I am naive enough to believe that they are in reach. It takes work, it takes time, but in the end, I, at least, want to make something out of what I have. Let those passions and dreams come exploding out of that corner. Today we begin, and today I will go home to write the first chapter of that book.
Yeah.